Chicago Bears fan show. This is the episode where I'm going to talk about whether we really have a chance to make the playoffs this year, given that we've lost the last 5 out of 6 games. We've also been put in a position where we're on the outside looking in, and we probably have to have some help. Here's the fortunate thing, though. The team that is ahead of us right now, holding that position in the playoffs, is Minnesota, in terms of teams that we were tied with and who would take that last spot. Minnesota, obviously, they have a tiebreaker on us, unfortunately. We're 1-1 against them this year, but they have 2 very tough games coming up. One against the Texans, one against the Green Bay Packers, who we just lost to, of course. So, given that, there's a legitimate chance that our record could end up being better than theirs, assuming we can get things back on track and actually win these last 2 games. It's against the Cardinals and it's against the Lions. Both beatable teams, both teams that, are either not in a great place themselves, much like us, and also are beatable from a talent perspective. So, surprisingly, in spite of the fact that we've had such a poor record lately, in spite of the fact that everything's gone downhill, we actually have a chance to make the playoffs. And there's also a couple of teams that we're going to have to beat out from the NFC East, both the Giants and Cowboys. Unfortunately, I think the Giants may actually end up with a tiebreaker on us, given conference record, so that could really be problematic if they can win their last 2 games. But they also haven't been playing that well lately either. They've been having their own troubles, so who knows. But given everything that we've gone through, we actually have a legitimate chance still, mathematically, to make the playoffs. Does it mean we're going to do anything if we actually get in the playoffs? A lot would have to change right now. We have to get some serious momentum and have some really big players stepping up. And right now, you got to look for your leaders to step up. Cutler's got to be stepping up, making plays, not, getting mad at receivers for running the wrong routes or blaming them, not making the catch on for his interceptions or bad decisions. So he's got to really step up and begin to make the right decisions himself and be a real leader of that offense. We also need those guys in the defense who have come in relief of injured players to also step up and advance their roles. If it's going to be Kelvin Hayden, he's got to really make a better impression than he did this last week. DJ Moore as well, because they're going to be targeted. If I'm an offense looking to play against the Bears, who am I going to go after? I'm not going to go after Charles Tillman. I'm going to go after these subs, DJ Moore, Kelvin Hayden, these types. So Chris Conte as well has got to play better. I don't think he did a very good job in coverage when he was matched up against Randall Cobb this past week, and he's got to show that he can take that role on and do that instead of just be an open field hitter. So all these guys have to step up on defense. It's these second-tier players who good offenses, unfortunately, will take advantage of. They'll look for your weakest link and they'll find it and repeatedly go after it if you cannot seal it up and do a decent job across your defense. So I'm not really worried about the linebackers. I'm not really worried about the front 4 right now. Wootton actually came on, had a great game last week, and I think he'll be good down the stretch if he gets to play more. It's those substitute secondary players and current safeties right now who need to step up and make plays. So we're going to need to see that coming down the stretch if we're going to win these 2 games, but there's still a chance. There's still hope. We got to hold out hope as Bears fans. And I'm going to look to preview the game coming up this week in my next couple of videos. Stay tuned for those. Otherwise, be in good health this holiday season, and of course, bear down.